themselves. If that makes any sense. They're trying to kill us. They're trying to kill some niggas. And again, I'm gonna have to agree with cuckoo ass. I'm still blocked from Facebook, so the shit. Cuckoo ass Umar Johnson. Some of these motherfuckers gotta die. Just like some of these niggas had to be slaves. Cause they don't think for themselves. They can't think for themselves. And they need somebody to think for them. And there's a couple of words that you're called. One of them happens to be slave, the other happens to be minor. Are you a minor? Not because you're under 18, you're a minor because you don't know your rights. You have to hire a lawyer to tell you and hope he's telling you the truth. Because, nigga, you don't know. You're a minor. You're not no ill nigga. You're a minor. You need a nigga that wasn't even there to speak third party. You need a third party to fucking talk for you. You ain't grown, nigga. Oh, we got to get a lawyer. Says who? Your same enemy? Right? Right. I'm on a couple of different platforms here. Halito to everybody. Wait 1 second here. Let me fix this. Give me 1 second. Let me take care of this. Hot damn. So I'm blocked, so I can't go live on that other platform. I'm still blocked from Facebook. I've been blocked like 45 days. I think I got like I want to say concurrent sentence. I have no idea. I was supposed to be out like yesterday or something like that, 2 days ago, and I'm still in there. I don't know. I don't know what's happening here, but I just tried to post. He's giving me a hard time. So hold on 1 second. Let me add this right here. I got it. I know what to do. Hilarious. Hilarious. Let me remove that one. Give me 1 second, IG. Here we go. All right, let's get it shaking. So, how many people went to know exactly where their grandfathers ended up? Were they even in the war? Were they draft dodging back in the 1860s? There's so many different variables we're going to have to go back over. I don't think people really understand the seriousness of what the Civil War was about. And for one, it was two fighting countries. Picture North Korea and South Korea. They right next door to each other, but they could drop a bomb on each other every day. They don't see eye to eye. Right? Might be some kinfolk, might be some tribal wars going in, but from the political view, the basic lens of a political view from, I would say, a novice, because if you don't insert yourself into the political fold, you don't know what's going on. You can act like you know it's politics. There are people that are political science masters, have majors and master's degrees in political science and still don't know how to insert themselves in a motherfucking narrative. They don't know how to insert themselves in a narrative because, for the most part, the fact that they don't know who the fuck they are. What part of the narrative do they go in? What's up, Northern Bell? What part of the narrative do they even fit in? They have no idea, and if you ask them, they can't tell you. They can't tell you. And they can't tell you because they're not studied in that manner, and they got to stop speaking on shit because it ends up in curses on the people. The lack of knowledge. People are destroyed for the lack of knowledge. So now here it is. Everybody now is coming to terms with the fact that they may be American Indian. There were Negroes here in America, but at the same time, those people have now infiltrated the American Indian community with their aboriginal bullshit because they've been posting memes for years. They've been disrespecting natives, talking shit about Dwight and them, but they didn't really get to grandma. So they got a hold of this information and they used it for negative negative. You had your 5 minutes to get your shit together, and a lot of people used it for negative, and here it is all this time later. They still ain't got a motherfucking valid timeline of they motherfucking people. Sometimes they got a whole tree full of people, 8,000 people, and don't know nothing about none of them. Yeah, they got census records, they got this, they got that, but they don't got nothing that say they in India. They don't got no genealogy books. They don't have any of the other things that help determine who you are. So now I could tell that they don't, because they still got black people problems. Once you get the understanding and once you correct your shit and everybody knows everybody's good in the hood, you don't have black people problems no more. You have Indian problems. So I could tell for a fact that niggas ain't doing what they supposed to do. When they keep asking, what do we do next? Bitch, stop acting like you don't want no leader when you really saying you need one. You still acting like a minor when they coming over here acting like they fucking chief dogs. I'm tired. And then here it is, I say that I'm not nobody's leader. I'm just here a teacher, and I drop all this valuable information and shit. And niggas is out here acting like, is that your leader? Bitch, if I was a motherfucker's leader, ain't y'all been winning since I've been on the scene? You been winning. Go ahead and lie. You been winning since I've been on the scene with you, or you been on my scene, because I ain't have time to go looking, because I'm always in the study. Not only am I in the study, but I'm active with my motherfucking tribes. Go ahead and say I'm not. How many of y'all niggas know what y'all fucking aunt's blood pressure was? Something outside of yourself. I just woke up. What's up, Red Wolf? Y'all know I don't play this shit, and I'm out of town. I'm in Chicago. I just woke up. It was a long ass drive, and I was up for a very long time. So when I got up 5 o'clock in the morning, my regular time, 9 o'clock, I was not sleeping. 9 o'clock, we was on our way, leaving from the town. So yeah. I am up late, and normally this is definitely not my time. I'm always sleeping around this time. But it's important that people get their shit together. So now I also see that people just think that it's about having a whole bunch of niggas. Oh, we got a crew of 10,000. You ain't got a crew of nothing. You got a whole crew of snakes, dogs, and killers that can't pass the background check. And if you hanging with them, save the low life niggas. I'm not disrespecting my guy. I know goon niggas. I can't help it. I grew up in the hood, right? I know goon niggas. I know plenty of them. I don't gotta disrespect them. I don't have to belittle them, right? Or they shit to make myself look on top. I know where they place themselves, and they be happy to place themselves, right? But when it come time for the nation build, nigga, you need niggas that got decent credit. You need niggas that don't got no long track record of felonies. It don't matter what you did back in 85 or 92, and you done did that, and here it is 20, 30 years later, and you a whole nother man or woman. Now, I'm not talking about that. But there's a certain type of quality that niggas should be looking for. And I know it's a lot of motherfuckers running around here calling themselves chief and everything. And they're fucking crazy. They're fucking crazy. They're fucking disrespectful. They're fucking egotistical. They're fucking narcissistic. They flat out motherfucking mean. They so angry at the white man that they will snuggle up next to no good niggas just to try and prove a point to the white when the white gonna fuck you and the niggas up. Traditionally, it's always the woman of color that thinks she gonna stand by some no good ass nigga until her ass get Breonna Tailored, till some Breonna Taylor shit happened to her. But these bitches will see these niggas trying to smother sisters out and want to get next to them. You won't pick me, bitches. You won't be necessary. You won't be needed in the next level. You won't. Doormat, maybe. Step stool, yeah. Something. Cannon fodder. Cannon fodder. People disrespect. Not only do they think they could take everything so fucking personal and shit like that, right? Think it could take everything personal, but can't even look past the jewel and see the bigger picture. You know these motherfuckers ain't shit. You know they ain't shit. But they want you to stand next to the nigga that rape you, smack you, do you dirty, and act like you supposed to show some solidarity with them bum ass niggas. Right? When it's whole other people that got good intentions, right knowledge and understanding, and it's really go time for them, and they not gonna waste our motherfucking time, and they not gonna spend a moment trying to destroy what the fuck we building. And they not going to expect no real motherfucker to stand next to no dirt chickens. Facts. That's fucking facts. These niggas talked about get rid of your social security. Oh, the government, the government, the government. Bitch, what kind of citizen is you? What kind of citizen is you? Because if the citizens control the government, why you ain't in control, nigga? Huh, bitch? If the citizens, we the people, are in control, why is y'all bitches running around here scared like they gonna pump y'all up with vaccines, like somebody gonna hold you and your kids hostage and jab, jab, and jab? Why y'all acting like that? How y'all niggas acting like y'all free and y'all listening to the fearmongers? They killing us. Bitch, who gonna work if they kill all the black people? Who gonna work? You think Martha Stewart gonna leave her kitchen to go work in Wendy's? Cause they wanna kill all the black people? When half of them got our bloodline? That niggas is in denial. You fucking Indians. I know something about y'all. If y'all can't find at least one European, I know something about y'all. You want me to tell you what I know? I'll tell you when you try to lie to me. Or when you out here trying to lie to these people, getting them mixed up in these dumbass tribes and shit like that. Y'all better check it. I'm not going to warn y'all about nobody else. Let y'all get fucked up. I came to protect y'all. I'll put my neck out there. I'll expose the fucking busters, expose the creeps with receipts, proof, truth, evidence, and facts. Undenied, undisputed. These niggas came with a bunch of lame shit, and a lot of people was fucking with them. You can't come back. Change your screen name. I don't want to see you over here. Because there was some shit that was going on last year. If I see some of y'all, I'm going to disrespect you. The way you thought it was okay for me to be disrespected. And I know if you could do it like that, you'll disrespect grandma. Y'all niggas are still the money out of grandma's purse. Y'all doing it now. They're doing it now. Grandma been dead for years, and these niggas is still stealing her shit. And they sit there and yell at the white man when they know damn well they stole grandma bingo money. Huh? Where the land at? Niggas ain't checking in on that. Nope, they lazy. They waiting for somebody. They waiting for Phoenix Moon. They waiting for Dane Calloway. They waiting for one of them to say something, which is fucking crazy. I don't live with y'all. Hi, Alicia. What's up, Northern Belle, baby? Hi, Miss Pam. Tavo, what's happening? Hi, Twinnie. How you doing, beloved? Our other sister here. I think she's tipsy, Twinnie. So, Wild Indian Boots. What's up, cousin? How you doing, beauty? But I know there's some shit that we got to dig into. And this is the problem. So now that the freedmen have now made this little, they got up a mountain. They got up a mountaintop. And it's a beautiful thing. And I'm happy for them and scared at the same damn time because they're going to end up saying that they African. Y'all don't see it? Where's all these smart people at? They so busy trying to hate Phoenix Moon for bringing the information, they don't even see how they getting fucked up, right? And they don't got nothing to save these niggas with. These niggas want to take out everybody that's doing what they supposed to do so they can get likes and subscribers and all this other stupid sucker shit. Stupid sucker shit. This is what it's about for them. It's not about the nation bill. It's not about the fact that we don't want to have conversations with our great-great-grandkids about why they can't wear their white t-shirt or their hoodie. Y'all sure y'all want to do that? We ain't got time to go back and correct these elders and don't even bother. You just got to do what you got to do for them and make it count and take care of them. They too scared. They're not gonna be able to take it over. It's too much for them. It's too much. And you got to know when to stop. Gotta know when to stop. You cannot sit there and saddle no 85-year-old woman trying to make her remember some shit she was told to forget. Oh, Ryan, I saw Coming to America. It put me to sleep. It put me to sleep. I didn't even get past, I think I probably stopped at 45 minutes. And it put me to sleep. I couldn't do it. I was just like, Gladys Knight? Like, are you serious? The King Joffrey Jafar dying? Yeah, that was awful. The best scene was the trailer in the barbershop. I'll finish it, but I couldn't. I don't know. Eddie Murphy's entitled to have not a great movie. He's classic, legendary. It's legendary. I'm okay with him having one bad movie. But anyway, some things to straighten out and compartmentalize and shit. And it's gonna be survival of the fittest. And I'm gonna tell y'all, don't give up on the ancestry. Don't give up. Don't give up. Because I still find shit that I wasn't even looking for. And it's gonna make a lot of sense to people. And this is why we're doing the No Grandma Killers tour, so we can find out who's related. This is about something so much bigger. And we can also talk about the things there that we can't talk about online. Can't talk about it online. So when we get together and we know that we family, we can sit down and talk tribe business. That's not for YouTube. It's not for Facebook. It's not for the gram. And it's not for black people, because black people ain't ready for that. They still want to be where they at. And that's okay. Let them stay there. But we got to get the groundwork running, going, continued, because it's been going. It's been running. I don't know what the rest of these niggas doing. The resume, right? Because there's some prerequisites. You fucking make sure they don't fuck with you. Make sure they don't mess with your kids, right? Make sure they don't mess with your parents, your siblings. You definitely want to make sure you don't have no type of immediate oppression. Not saying you don't have no problems, but you definitely don't have black problems. So sitting there crying, they trying to kill us, the vaccines. You sitting there holding on to anger when you got power, you're a fool. And you want to create a wicked type of situation because you feel like you need to get back at something. Instead of making it right, you want to clap back. But your clap back should really consist of making it right and making the people responsible pay. Don't hold that shit against everybody, right? Because that black shit will make you mad at somebody that stepped on your corns for 10 years. And the minute you get triggered by some shit you see on TV or somewhere in the white man's world, you make that an issue around your own people of color. Yeah. Sit there and be complaining about stuff you can fix. Niggas watch more hours of YouTube than they are willing to read what their rights are. They won't sacrifice that same time. We all got the same 24 hours in a day. Same 24 hours in a day. The healing has to happen too. Got a whole bunch of wounded soldiers trying to fight a battle, and shadow boxing ain't really what it is. It's not all their fault. But they'll fight you on getting it better too. I definitely want to address a few things. So we're going to get to the Civil War shit. And it's going to take a while. It's going to be a couple of months. Because I know it's some stuff that none of these niggas ain't gonna cover, and they don't understand how important it is to right now. And what claim they can have. See, where they talking about with the claims, they even talk about claims for slavery. They got these visions of grandeur, of somehow thinking it's gonna be a good idea to try and oppress white people because they feel like they was oppressed when half their oppression was self-induced. You know a nigga sick because I want the white man to hurt like we hurt. You're wicked. They shouldn't want you to hurt. If you're saying that they're wrong for wanting you to feel pain, what does that make you? You should just want your pain to stop. Shit real weird. Shit real weird. Shit real weird. I'm gonna send this document. Let me drop this document in here. And I want y'all to, so y'all know what I'm talking about when I'm talking about what I'm talking about. Let's see. And I'm actually, matter of fact, I'm going to wait until I do the bill because I got a little guest. I have not a little guest, but I have a guest. It's going to join me. We're going to talk about the Confederates and we're going to talk about the Union too. And this is going to be amongst the round table of Indians, right, that have done their genealogy, Let's discuss what side of the war our grandparents was on with these Chickamaugua wars. I don't think people realize the Civil War was also a Chickamaugua war. How does that tie into what the Freedmen's is dealing with? And then you got these same dudes that's messing with the people that been trying to steal your cornbread the whole time. And niggas is friends with them. Niggas is cool. Niggas fuck with them. They fuck with their killer. Why they yell at this nigga? And it's really your man's now. I'ma just say, for the people that are chiefs, you should probably be talking to other chiefs. These people that say they chiefs, they end up talking to other chiefs, Indians, unauthorized. So they still acting like they got the tribal shit together, but they still doing disrespectful shit. One chief is not going to talk to another chief's Indian. One chief talks to another chief about their Indian. These niggas ain't even got no decorum. There's rules to it. And the more these people keep trying to get over on the rest of us, they're going to keep selling your soul to these same pilgrims that they say they afraid of, that they tell you is trying to kill you, that they tell you, look at their behavior. It's all in the conduct. It's all in the conduct. And you got these women out here, and they just kind of remind me of the spirit of Precious Mother. Precious Mother. She was so jealous of Precious that she let the husband rape the daughter. I don't like her because my man was supposed to love me and he loved her. Sick. I just said that so you can relate to the conduct of people that will sit there and make excuses, people that will overlook certain behavior. That's not part of the bigger picture. Dogging your people, lying, scheming, scamming, trying to take your own fucking hitters out, that ain't part of no nation build. And everybody's just going to expose themselves. You're going to expose themselves. A few of y'all going to catch hands. A few of y'all going to catch hands, y'all keep playing. And a few of y'all play too much, y'all know it ain't no continuation. And catch hands. Because that's personal. You're trying to make shit personal, and this is about the nation build. Don't make it personal. Make the nation build your business. Because if you try to make me personal, which y'all did, you're going to get fucked up. What y'all getting? Sitting there crying about stuff that is like so trivial. Like, are you serious? What have you been doing besides crying about stuff that they didn't even do to you? But because y'all imagining it in your mind, your fear is going to make it a reality. You want your fear to act out so you can feel satisfied for all the anxiety that you have built up about fear that's manifested from some shit that never happened. But you're going to manifest it in your mind. I told you they're going to make us take vaccines. They're not making me and mine take nothing. Who are they talking to, and who do they want sympathy from? Right? My daughter went and got her wisdom teeth pulled, and I told her don't come home without her teeth. Ma, these people saying I can't get my teeth. Okay, I'll be right there. That's Mom. Give me my daughter's teeth. They had a fake prescription signed. Like they supposed to, like they're like the tooth is theirs because they pulled it. It's part of my daughter's body. It's part of my body. Give my tooth. Give my daughter's tooth. They ain't give me no problem. But they tried to out-talk my daughter and make it appear as if we have to hold the tooth and nobody really asked for their teeth and this is that and the other. You don't have to get on the scale. How you think they're going to make you take a vaccine? No, I don't want you to take my weight. Don't take my blood pressure. If I wanted to come and punch you in the face, if somebody want to give you a hug, you're saying, I don't feel like getting hugged. Why are you afraid of doctors and lawyers and other people, but you're not afraid to hurt me? You're not afraid to stun on me. You're not afraid to AN1 me. You're not afraid to advance and for them. Why? You'll try and hurt me, but you don't want to try and hurt the people that you say is trying to hurt us. I'm trying to make that make sense if you want to. Macadon, what's up, baby? Hi, Cousin Vita. It's just sad. They running out of places. I figure just sit there and let them watch them go for a little while. Let the Christians running out of steam. Not that they wrong, but they running out of satisfaction with that old narrative. They're running out of satisfaction. CNN, the COVID has turned them cold. They just pick the Bible up because it's a habit. Not because they really think that this oppression, this shit gonna stop. The Lord's doing the plague because what? You didn't honor thy mother and thy father? Well, if you believe that, why aren't you in the library looking up your ancestors? Because you ain't been honoring them. You've been stealing other people's shit. Somebody's grandmother got raped, but how do you know it's yours? They had breeding farms. Maybe somebody's grandmother was on there, but how you know that was yours? You don't know it was mine. Don't lie on mine. I know what mine was doing. And all of that manifestation. The fear manifests a big old boogeyman. A boogeyman for blacks. He's only exists to them. The Chinese is not, every chance they get, the Chinese is not like the white man did this to me. The Japanese man, the white people, oh, Sakanashi. They're not saying that. Not saying that. You got your boy Joe Biden. It ain't even been 30 days and he's bombing. It's awfully quiet. Every day Trump was in office, there was 1,000,001 people saying how much they hate him on one accord. Who do you want, Barnabas or Jesus? Keep Barnabas. Huh? Now they got Barabbas. They got him now. He's bombing Syria. He trying to jip you on your stimulus. Closing the window down. They not rushing to do nothing to backtrack over nothing. No issues that affect what it is that we've been working on for years. You hear them talking about foreigners and all this other shit. And if the Negro was really so scared that them pilgrims was going to be killing them, they'd be kinder to their other Negroes because knowing they're going to need them. So I don't believe nothing that they're talking about. They trying to kill us. They took our identity. They did that a long time ago. Why you ain't get it back? Why you ain't get it back? That's what self-determination is. Genealogy been around. You got it. Why then? How are they still taking your identity? And you done found it. How? What are they still taking that they didn't take already? You saying you went and got it back and they took it again in 2020, 2021, 2017, 2018. They took it back? The Bible got genealogy, politics, history, civics, law, and free will. And free will is your choices that you make. Whether you want to sign a unilateral contract, you're making an agreement that you have bound yourself to and should keep, even if it was a bullshit contract. If you sign a contract that say, I will give away 95% of my royalties, might not have been a good idea, but no one put a gun to your head. Yes, they deceived you. Yes, they manipulated you. Yeah, they sold you some bad shit, but you agreed to it. Free will for him to trick you and for you to agree to be tricked. See how that goes? Got to simplify it. There's no need to make it all complicated and crazy, because everything that people will use to defend their points, you can take from those points and point out the fact that, hey, I'm confused with that because that would mean we're doing this. None of those prerequisites were carried out. or mete it out. But we're not supposed to be mad at the people that was here acting like they was part of the solution when they've been part of the problem the whole time. I'm not mad at any strange Dwight that I've never met or saw. I know for sure Al Sharpton had a lot to do with us being financially ignorant in the 90s. They was more concerned with us listening to Chuck D, talking about fight the power, right? They was more concerned with that. They've always focused on the problems and not the solutions. Support black business. Yeah, right. Get a bottle of Alizé out of Cameron's liquor store. How can I support Little John's school when he built it over there in Africa? That's a business, right? This shit is crazy. It's absolutely crazy. I was just out there, Northern Belle. I was just out there too. You know, but at the end of the day, you're gonna have to do something. And you're gonna have to get away from them busters that's all scared. Sitting there crying, what the baby gonna do? You got grown people that been acting like they were so confident in their Indian that they think they Indian finna get scalped for a vaccine. I see what you're saying, Sebastian. There's always room to it. And if that happened any type of generations ago, then we could kind of understand why. There's a lot of stuff that, they don't tell us. We have not been responsible. And I can think now, if I was my great great grandmother, and I can look in hindsight, I don't think I'd be sharing a lot of information with people that look so interested in other places in the world, but not what we got going on here. So as an elder, I'm sure they saw a lot of that. Can't blame them. They got their reasons, and not saying that we're supposed to agree with them, or their reasons are even righteous. I'm not saying that. Just for perspective, I just know that people got to start thinking ahead. Stop taking everything so personal, right? Because people been through trauma, right? We don't know. Oh, my parents were fucked up. Okay, but did you ever think that grandma might have not been so nice to your parent? Instead of whole shit away, you can't do that. So, gotta work with what you got to work with. And for all of the fight in the world, you might as well do it with the toughest people that there is to love, and that's the ones you're supposed to. Supposed to be some rite of passage because you're a bloodline kin, and you are supposed to. I don't know. I don't know. People, it's a lot to it though. But these Civil War, so fascinating. Did anybody find their grandfathers in any of the camps? Did you find them in any of the camps? Did they make it out of any of the camps? Did grandma change her name? And because she couldn't read, have you checked the war pension? She might not have even knew she was entitled to a war pension. And then when the next generation came, that would have been of young adult age around the 1890s, that particular census that ended up getting burnt in the 1920s. They didn't burn the census records from the 1790s in 1920, but the ones from 1890 burnt. So this is why you have that 20-year gap in genealogy for the 1880 records, unless they were on state censuses, which came in different intervals throughout the year. New York does one every 5 years. Alabama does one every 2 years. So for the 1860 census and for records, because there's a gap from 1860 to the 1870 for the decennial. But for people in Alabama, you can look at the state census because they do it every 2 years. So you're really still not lost. You're really still not lost. There's other ways to go about it. I think people give up and get frustrated, which is natural. But at the point where you give up, you get frustrated, but don't give up. If you give up, then you deserve to get your ass kicked. You're one of those people that you're talking about. They're trying to kill. You don't want to live too good, so maybe it's not a bad thing. Even it out. Be mad at what you're asking for. You get what you want and then get mad. Yo no sé. Yo no sé. This is my great grandfather. Arkansas and Tennessee was one and the same. Hey, cousin Kenny, what's up, baby? Arkansas and Tennessee are really still kind of one and the same. So now here's the thing with these freedmen. And now you got a whole bunch of ADOS people saying that they are now freedmen. And here's the problem with that, because who are they related to? Because the misclassified people are the ones that are attached and direct descendants of the bloodline descendants of the treaty signers, not the ones that's federally recognized, federally recognized. Find that strange. What are we going to do about that? So now you have these grand discussions talking about the white people killing us. Why do you want to shut my voice when I say the niggas are trying to kill us too? The niggas too. Why do you want me to be quiet about that? Scream hate the white trying to help us, but when I'll be like, this nigga trying to rape me. Shh, don't talk about that, girl. You see all them people, them white people kill, you minimize my shit. You minimize our shit. You disrespectful. Niggas ain't no goddamn chiefs. They ain't no minkos. They ain't none of the shit they talking about. They not diplomats. They want to be doormats. Minimize. And that's what happens in the community. I'm a tough cookie. I can hold my own. Don't worry about me. I'm going to stay busting. Stay busting. But I see what people are out here doing, and I don't like it. I don't like it. Pumping fear, 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 fear. Pumping anger. That's all you doing. You ain't manifesting no truth, no solution. They trying to kill us. Who's they? The aliens? Martians? Midgets? Who? Name a white person trying to kill you. Name one. Who's they? Because I know they may be including some niggas too. They don't want to talk about it. Why? It's not right. It's not right. Nobody don't want to address the real shit. I ain't gonna get to nothing with that. How you gonna win if you ain't right with that? I ain't gonna get to nothing with that. I don't care what they talk about, how they think it's gonna spin out. You have niggas that are only here because it sound cool, right? They may have found one person on the doors rolls, got 31 other grandparents they don't know nothing about. And they not even thinking, they think that that's just the end of it. Return to Pachamama. What's up, beloved? Thank you so much. It's not the end. You will never stop. You will never stop. Hold on, let me sign into this so I can show y'all. Just fucking Mohawks now. Now, you guys know that the Iroquois 6 nations, the reason why the 5 civilized tribes are even 5 civilized tribes is because of the Revolutionary War and the War of 1812. Because Britain had to get out. So for the people that was signed up with Britain, there was still half of them that was fucking with George Washington and them. And this is also going to be your precursor for the Civil War. You had 2 different countries. West Florida and East Florida was 2 different countries. Before Florida was one, and before Florida was a part of the United States. Georgia was not always a part of the United States. Texas, last. Texas came in the 1840s. This is why these Confederate states, they had their own laws. They wanted their states in severalty, and it's still inclusive into the Constitution, and they still got what they wanted. but they just can't secede from the Union anymore. Look at those Confederate states that left. It says, all right, you got us. We got our ass kicked during the war, right? We got our ass kicked during the war, but we'll be all right. And then I see, so you had people talking about how the slave owners got paid after the emancipation. But I'm trying to figure out why you don't think that was okay. People got welfare. The Freedmen's Bureau of Abandoned Lands was welfare too. Like the kind of like the beginning to help people. And it was white people getting help too. What about the people that didn't own any slaves? How could they get cashed out if they didn't own any slaves? They shouldn't get nothing just because they white by default in your mind, right? So how sick these people are. They want what they're not willing to give. Don't realize that a lot of these people were on the money. If you look at the Confederate money and see people like me, why would you get mad at a black Confederate? He a coon, he this, he that. Because you don't know the history. Why you sit there saying that you know the history. That's right, Sebastian. Freeman versus freedmen. It's facts. That's facts. So, how don't they know what the difference is? And if they did not lose the 6 tribes, the 6 nations, do you guys know that southern tribes, the Tuscarora and some of the Nottoway, went and joined the 6 nations? Or did they already live there and come down into Virginia? Right? And a lot of these Europeans that just made their way back to Indian country, back to the colony, are we sure that they're not a part of any of the Indians that left and went to Europe and other parts unknown? Manteo took a whole bunch of people out of here. Why would the king, I forget what dominion, why did him and his subjects leave and go get on a boat and he wasn't kidnapped? This is in the 1500s with Walter Raleigh. This is before the Jamestown colony. So there's still so many variables that people ain't looking at. So when you go sitting there talking about what the white man's supposed to do, you ain't even do what you were supposed to do. These niggas tried to skip past everything because they want to know who the fuck do Moon and who the fuck do Dasha, who they think they are. Besides avid study researchers, pretty good researchers, trying to get to the bottom of some shit. Pretty good researchers. But people are trying to make this shit personal. I'm not sitting there. My children, I don't know nobody in my cycle. I just seen it online and I'm just like, why are they worried about vaccines? They ain't really worried. But that seems to be something that people are okay. You gain sympathy. It's like trauma bombing people. Because they trying to take our identities, because they did this, because they did. We should be bonding together. We're the people that are against this. Nigga, a lot of motherfuckers is against it, but we're the niggas that's going to do something about it. That's already done something about it. Niggas was around the people that do something about it, but they don't like that. They don't really like the action. They don't like the verb because it means that they have to do something. Rather than noun, because it's just a thing. It could just sit there and not do nothing. Things are better than verbs, than action for some people. They're happier with things. It is definitely time for the American Indian to clean house again. And it's probably going to constantly keep upgrading and evolving. and evolving. I hope these young ones stay focused, because listening to these grown ass men, and then you got these other niggas and they act all thugged out entertainment. You know they wasn't getting no money. Even when they was in that era, you could tell nigga wasn't getting no chicken. He wasn't about nothing in the streets. You wasn't no hairbusser. Nigga, you probably was getting wedgies, taking your lunch money. They ain't telling the truth. These niggas ain't about that life. They wasn't. And even if you still was a rooster back then, was a hen, niggas wasn't doing nothing. Now they wasn't doing nothing then. It ain't hard to tell. You know, and I'm gonna tell you how it's true, because it's old ass niggas that was like the man back in the days that ended up being crackheads and stuff like that. And even when they ended up getting high, they went from the niggas selling all the drugs to doing all the drugs, right? They be the same crackhead niggas selling the TV like everybody else, but that nigga got that one Vogue chain he didn't sell. He still get fly every day. He clean as fuck. Got a fresh pair of sneakers every spring. You know he used to be something. It might be what he is now, but you know he always had something good about himself before he got fucked up. You could tell. You could tell. These niggas ain't got no life experience, but they act like they all the experienced niggas in the world. And you could tell. You could tell. So, and in the position where you are unable to create businesses for yourselves, maybe align yourself with people that are in position. I was actually thinking about going to get my RN, just so I could be nosy. Not because I need a job. So I could be nosy. Maybe I could go do a court clerk job. Right? I'm only 46. I could still get another retirement by the time I'm 66. It won't be a bad thing to have more than one pension. Never be a bad thing. Just so I could see what they doing in these county clerk offices. What are they doing? How is it hurting us? I need to be on the inside. While these other niggas is crying, they could go insert themselves and see how they cook in the books. Get to the bottom of the oppression. Don't sit there and keep crying. Oh, they gonna beat us. They beat us. They beat us. How you make them stop? Oh, no, they not gonna stop. Because they evil. They wicked. They wicked. They evil. No solutions. That ain't good enough. Everybody got choices. You gonna stay with an abusive nigga? 9 times out of 10. That's what they mean when they say stuff like that. And I know it comes from the trauma, but they end up trying to inflict that shit on you, not knowing that that's abuse. We can stop perpetuating that. We gotta stop with the abusing each other, and then think that the white's supposed to be like, oh, look how nice they get along. They play so well together. Hey, guys, you know what? We're sorry. You guys are really Indians, and you know what? We promise. We're going to give you back all your stuff and play nice. It's not going to happen. Not only is it not going to happen, but what do you want them to apologize for? I want an apology for slavery. What if your grandmother wasn't a slave? So you just went through all that hooting and hollering for 30 years and you don't even fit the bill. It's going to be all right. It's going to be all right. I want to make sure. Oh, as far as my cousins, I love y'all so much. I am so glad that we've been on this path. It is very dope. And the fact that we are multiplying, and this is why doing the genealogy is so dope, because there's so many facets to it that there's nothing they can tell us no about on every angle, right? And I even got something that they did that's tangible for all the European niggas that they can claim too, but they don't need help. They don't need help because all these black people are calling them selves by other people's names still. They're going to have to rectify that or settle with it and then just be glad at the outcome. Once you're 250,000, that'll make it go away. That'll make you stop talking about slavery. That'll make you stop talking about, oh, they killing us. That 250, you can't talk about Tamir Rice. You can't talk about Trayvon Martin. You can't talk about Freddie Gray. You can't talk about nothing no more. It's over after that. Over. So I don't think they know what they want. They don't know what they want. And when they do, it's something for themselves, not for the people, for the greater good. Realizing you yourself will probably acquire everything that you want to acquire for yourself. But with that being said, where does that leave your aspirations on a level of human kindness? And because if the rest of the world isn't okay, nigga, you're not gonna be okay. I don't care how straight you are, how good you did with your kids. If you don't hug somebody else's kids, everything else that you did goes out the window. Because those kids that don't get no hugs want to fuck your kids up now. Everything you did went out the window. Acting like you better than or above than. I don't know. Instead of saying, oh, your mother didn't feed you, why this and this and that. Are you hungry? How you doing, John? Is everything okay? I know you notice you've been here every day this week. Is everything all right? Right? Niggas don't know what kids got going on at home. They don't know. Sometimes your children's friends tell you a lot about what you may not know about your kids. Whether it's the need for attention or for, to show that they're doing all right. Because when they have friends that don't have the simple things, sometimes those kids end up appreciating you more than your own. Right? The child that has no mother feels a little different than the child that has a mother and doesn't respect them or takes it for granted or whatever. What is that? So I'm gonna put some pictures up tomorrow. I don't know how I'm gonna do this. A lot of pictures. I think I'm probably gonna have to do it on Instagram. I don't know when I'm getting out of Facebook jail, but I wait till y'all see where we're gonna be at in Texas. I'm excited. It's just getting progressively better. And then there's other things. Like I said, we'll talk when we're in person. We'll let the cats out the bag because niggas love to ruin shit, especially because they ain't thought of it and they're not invited. All those other offers is off the table. I'm gonna work with the family. Work with the family, and that's that. Can't be bothered. People they play too much. And I'm about the nation build. I'm not about all this other shit they talking about. But I'm also with the hands and feet shit. And I know if y'all keep playing me, I'm gonna fuck one of y'all up. And I don't think y'all worth no little 6x12 cell. And if I do, then I might as well turn it all the way up because the same price I pay for one body, I will pay for 20. So please know I told you I'm never suicidal, but I could be homicidal. Don't fucking play with me. And don't play with my grandma. So I don't know how well y'all want to keep it. I ain't going to sit here and yell at the top of your lungs, my lungs and all of that. I'm just going to tell you. You got to bring ass to whip ass. That's all I'm going to say. But I needed all those experiences. We needed to see who's who. We needed to see who's who, and it was a beautiful thing. I have no cuts it off. Well, slightly. That I didn't drop no bows on a couple of people. Some people should have got dropped. Should have got fucking punched in their face. Just for principal reasons, because they disrespectful. Nothing else. No hate, nothing. Just because they disrespectful. They're liars, thieves, and all that. I'm gonna keep it real with you. Because if this was the hood, niggas would be laid the fuck out, stretched out. Live niggas respected. I'm gonna be honest with you. And I don't even tell everything that is to be told. I'll save it for the next book. And it's coming. I got help from other people now. I'm so glad that these niggas showed their ass the way they did, because the minute they moved, the sun came out. Sun came out. Sun came out. And it's going to be plenty beautiful days in Indian country. But only Indians really understand that. I don't know. The Blackindians, Blamericans, Black Americans, Blamericans, I gotta call them that because they're not really still black, but they're not really living like the Indian. They're not trying to get back into that place and stay there, because once you're there, nigga, there is no going that way. There is no going that way. You like, shh. You start seeing what you see in your family tree, nigga, it forces you to stay there with them. Not leave and go somewhere else. Are you kidding me? Why would you leave the tropics to go starve somewhere else in a barren land? I'm gonna get off of here. Hold on, let me get off Instagram. I don't know why they would do that. How much sense would that make? And why they doing all this other stuff? They're not researching. And they're inviting people that's here to destroy Indian country with the attitude, with their conduct, with their emotions, and a lack of fucking solutions. Lack of solutions. If you can't make white people do what you want them to do, right? And not that you sit there and write out no list, but when they come trying to mess with you, where's your Oh, no mistake. Where's your Miss Minnie Pie at? You ain't got no Miss Minnie Pie. No shit pie. You got no shit pie for him? No. You want to hurt me though. Hurt somebody, hurt their own. But they don't want to fuck up Miss Minnie. You're worried about vaccines and stuff, and worried about they get ready to kick a whole bunch of people out. People get ready to be homeless. A whole bunch of people. Taking advantage, getting a stimulus, not paying their rent and shit. And then when they get kicked out for not paying their rent, it's going to be some nigga like, that ain't right. As if the niggas non-rent paying is supposed to be some retroactive, because look what they did to the Koch brothers. Because they was raping our grandmothers and shit. So it's okay. Billions of dollars. They caught this boy in Atlanta. $3.5 million scam with the PPP loans. The nigga got 5 businesses and decent credit and didn't get a decent PPP loan. And these nothing muffins did all this scheming and scamming and got all this fucking money. But they are crook, just like white people are crooks. But they think that they crook is cooler than the white man crook. My thief nicer than his. Hi, Lito. What's up, cousin? You know. I'm saying? Niggas act like they fucking soapy cupcakes. What up, baby? They think that they fucking thief. They cook is better than a pilgrim cook when they're all robbers just the same. Makes no sense. Makes no sense. So, and with that being said, that shit brings an imbalance. Brings an imbalance. And people will suffer. There's also always some suffering behind it. Anybody ever figure out why they make the back of the fucking phones glass? The back of them. One second. So, again, these Civil War records tell a whole lot. And if our faces were on the money, they did have to pay them because they didn't have anything. You don't want no third world country next door, do you? Because I don't think people realize that all these states are countries. So when you're calling somebody's grandfather a coon, you're calling white people racist and all this other shit because they have Confederate flags when that was their country flag. Richmond, Virginia was the capital of the Confederate States. The capital. They had their own people. Literally, we are New Yorkers. We are Virginians. You are New Jerseyans, right? That is literally your country. So somebody that was from that town in Libya, he was African. Because that was the name of that country, not the continent. I am a New Yorker. I'm Paul Monkey and Chickamaugua. But by nation, I'm a New Yorker. That's what's on my authenticated birth certificate signed by John Kerry. Greetings to all whom these presents. New York is my country. And as a New Yorker and as an American Indian, I would be also considered we the people, which is really, really small considering New York doesn't really have citizens. New York has members. Some states have citizens. New York has members. And those members have to be engaged in commerce. That's right, Renzo. Mississippian. Facts. Facts. Mississippian. That is absolutely true. Let me see something. So, what kind of affairs are they handling here? I'm not going to sit here and be mad at the Washington Redskins or anything like that. When they try to stop making a Knickerbocker not a part of New York, then I'll be mad. See, because technically they are a Queens team. Technically, the New York Knicks is not a New York City thing. It is a Queens thing. Like the Mets is a Queens team that happens to be in New York. They're a borough, a county team. Brooklyn Nets is a county team competing in a national association. Right? So, the New York Knicks, the New York Mets is a New York team. Because the Bronx is not New York, so they could either be a Manhattan team or state for the country. They're a country team. They're a country team for the country of New York, right? So, what's up, Derek? How you doing, beloved? I'm trying to see. Richmond. Let me tell you something. Soapy, I had a school teacher, and she was the only. She was the West, and she was the only. Well, back in the '80s, the only woman of color that I ever saw that had that last name. And she was from Jamaica too. She was a sweet teacher too. She was one of my favorites in that school at the time too. I believe her name was Diane. And she's the one that said to me, but you say that to an 11, 12-year-old child. I didn't really know what she was talking about. And I always wonder if she's alive to this day. Just so, because I remember our conversations. And she was fascinated that she knew my uncle. She knew my, so it's just a bit of history around that. But I do know what you're saying. And I do know, I could tell you we made, believe it or not, Georgia's from Cherokee, which do include the West family, were sent to Jamaica. The same way they sent Prince Philip out to Barbados and Bahamas and Bermuda, and they sent a lot of Indians out. So that's very interesting that you say that. And even brought that up. Even brought that up. So now, again, I said that to say, as countrymen, you had them pilgrims. Was it pride for their country? Or do you think they hated all black people when they was related to black people? And had their black cousins, their black aunties, uncles, grandparents living on the same plantation with them. So niggas don't understand the whole guardianship system where free people of color had to have a guardian, a white guardian in charge of their shit. I ain't saying it's right, but I'm saying that was the law. So they get to bypassing all this other shit instead of getting down to the truth. So even if your folks were multi-millionaires and they were free, they still had to have a white person run their affairs. What are they talking about? Who you calling slave? So, and some of these people owed who they called the slave the debt, but they couldn't act like they was the man. So yeah, now they think this white man is the man, but he's not. He's Pinky, because the brain is really the Negro. And it was important for them to make their white people look good. Yeah, you know what? I'll see you later, beloved sister. Thank you for stopping by. It's I think it's 1 o'clock out here. Yeah, it's 1 o'clock out here. And I'm tired, and I took a nap, but I'm tired too. I ain't gonna be out here long. It was very good to see you, sister. And I'll be back around tomorrow, busting anyway, because we gotta get this Civil War shit out there. I just gotta show you some of these fascinating, mind blowing. And this also ties into genealogy in the 1860s and why some of your grandpappies was not on the 1870 census. And also at that time, who was they calling African? Because when they passed the 13th and 14th Amendment, honey, Negro had to go get the African, the foreigner had to go and get naturalized. Who are they talking about? So now you got all these different people that's saying that they're descendants of freedmen when we're the descendants of the freedmen. We'll see how this shakes out, but I promise y'all, don't be discouraged. Things are looking up. Things are really looking up. Politically, strategically, there's a lot of beautiful things going on. I don't think you guys should pay attention to the fearmongers that they're killing us. Look at this video. Look at this. They blew his head off. Or they did this. They smacked this. Stop entertaining that stuff that makes you rage and hate. It's clouding your thinking. It's making your thinking stink. Making you think stink. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna get my life together. I'm about to go back to lay down and shit. I've been going to the gym tomorrow. Do my little running around. Get me some Harold's chicken. And I was told to get me a pizza puff. I don't know what that is, but I'm going to find out. So I'm going to hit y'all in the morning when I have to go find my motherfucking pizza puff out here in Chicago. So, y'all be good. We're going to do this Civil War thing. Don't go too far. I need y'all to find some questions. And if y'all have anything on the Civil War, we need to discuss it. Even if you find one document, you don't understand it. But there's also ways to tell what tribe your people were from based off of it. So it's important that you look into it and see what they got going on. Renzo, we need to speak because I definitely want to talk to you soon. We got Galveston. We're going to do Juneteenth in Texas also. We'll be in Philly, April 2nd and 3rd. 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. We actually extended it another day. Thank you so much, Sega. We extended it another day, so it'll be fun. There's quite a few things going on. We got something really huge for 2022 coming, and we're going to need all hands on deck for that. That's where we don't have to make it personal and we really make it about the build. And, people will show themselves if they're about it or not. There's those that are consistent, and then those are, what are you gonna do? Good night, Northern Belle. Good night, all you beautiful ones. Cousin, I will call you in the morning. 20, you too. Love you guys much. Love you guys much. All my cousins. Love y'all all. So dope. And I'm so proud of y'all. Y'all just getting it in. Boy, y'all getting it in. We got to have a meeting because we discussed how we're going to have other people coming into the genealogy group. And we kept it private for a number of years for good reason. But I see that there's people that need help. And the people that ended up getting kicked out of the genealogy group ended up making tribes and fucking with people that got fake tribes and stuff like that. But I'm going to tell you like this, like I told my homeboy, because he was a part of a tribe, but he called my phone at 3 a.m. one time when he got pulled over. And I said, honey, why you ain't call your chief? You got a chief. Why your chief can't talk you out of jail? Why? And then why you didn't call your chief and at least have your chief call me? You don't skip your chief to call me. People got bad etiquette and shit. Universe to God. Hit up No Grandma Killers on my personal email. 1492phoenix@gmail. Oh, I'm about to take it down. Yes, indeed, Mississippi man. We need special and unique to Mississippi. And we need to make a big stink over there. There's some things that we need to make a big issue about, not really so blatant and obvious, but once those things are done, it'll make it a lot easier for the Indian. All right? Make it a lot easier for them. Meanwhile, let everybody else kill each other. These niggas talk about they killing us. No, they're killing each other. Let them. Right? Because they let us kill each other. Let them. And it ain't nothing yet. You guys ain't saying nothing yet. And if you think your president over there killing innocent women and children right now, you think he gonna stop and do something to protect and defend the black Indian when he's the one that was getting niggas locked up back in the 80s and 90s? Okay. Y'all think that's what Joe Biden about? Progress? Whatever. Little peace in here, grace, you beautiful ones. Get my life together. I'm gonna go try and finish this last, I don't even know how many minutes left to Coming to America. I was so mad. I seen Gladys Knight, honey, y'all. I just powered the fuck down. Eddie's entitled to a bad movie. I'm gonna just leave that alone. He's entitled. He's done so much great work over the years. Now, in the original Coming to America, though, they had so many different, like the Amazon dancers doing American Indian dances, right? Well, this time in Coming to America, they really have the African dancers. He totally made a distinction. I don't think he did it on purpose, but you can totally see the difference. So tomorrow we're gonna come back and we're gonna continue this bill. But I need y'all to be interactive because I want to know how we can help y'all with this Confederate shit, because that means, well, let's burn that bridge when we cross. I want to tell you the prize because niggas don't do the work. So it makes no sense to tell the niggas what the prize is gonna be for themselves. Not like I'm gonna give you a new fucking car because you found your granddaddy's fucking Confederate records. But I want to show you how to make that motherfucker drive after that, because there's something that they did to us specifically that we have to beef about, and no one's raised that argument because everybody's got this one big, we was a one big slave, or we was a one big Indian and they took all our identities. No, 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 no. Some of your grandmas got kicked out the tribe because they was fucking with them foreigners. Keep it real. Let's just tell the whole fucking truth. Tell the truth. And then there's the niggas that say, if you find any white people, throw the tree away. Can't stress it enough. I'm gonna have to check it out when I'm not so biased. I was so done. The funniest part was the trailer part that you already saw with the damn man in the barbershop when the nigga was like, yeah, what's up if it isn't Kunta and Ebola? That shit was funny. And then the dude in the chair was like, yeah, and the baby's down with the fly in their eyes. And the old man was like, oh, you got to get the hell out. You went too far. That shit was funny. But I saw that already months ago with the preview. But believe it or not, that was the only time I laughed in this movie this time. Maybe I'll make it past the West. I don't know how long it is, but I didn't get very far. I was a little disappointed. But y'all be good, though. We're going to get back to it because there's so much stuff that y'all got to see it. I'm going to show y'all a couple of things. I'm going to show y'all this new Indian chief that I found because I need y'all to, he ain't new. He's just new to me because I was looking at his other name but didn't realize he was a fucking Mohawk chief. So it's just that simple. And again, like I said, now I got it to where I can understand because the Six Nations came down to Virginia, North Carolina to fucking kill the Indians down there. Especially the Nottoway. Niggas don't think that they was trying to kill the Nottoway. Yeah, they do limit the library time. I know they was just starting a smaller creek tribe. The land patents. Again, these wars, it will be on the document that says fighting in the goddamn Creek Indian War. And it talks about his Indian infantry. The infantry. Now, you know, it may not say that. It may say 48th Regiment, Troop G. But when you look up 48th Regiment, Troop G, it's a fucking troop of Cherokees out of one town in Georgia. And they left Georgia and rode all the way up to Pennsylvania to sign up because they wanted to be in the Union Army. Then you got niggas up north that drove all the way down south so they could be part of the Confederate Army. Certain counties were Union counties and certain counties were Confederate counties, even within the Confederate states. Even in the Confederate states. The same way now, like Georgia, Atlanta. Georgia is a Republican state, but Atlanta is a rainbow Democrat. Rainbow. And they got a lot of power in Atlanta. Yeah. Gotta start fragmenting shit because we all was, get out of the word we. And I think I started that being around bozos because I know I did not come into the game saying that. I definitely didn't. The wee hours and all that. See, when I say wee hours, I think I'm talking to the Indians, those that have been growing and working with us the whole time and seeing what it is that they see. That's what I mean. But there's a difference between an Aboriginal and an Indian. The Indian is the Aboriginal. Don't need to be said. But if the Aboriginal is just Aboriginal and ain't no Indian, if it walk like a duck, talk like a duck, quack like a duck, it's duck. Should be such a game.